We're starting off week 5 with a nice little mix. Part A, it's going to be just ascending double unders and overhead squats. You do 50 double unders, and you're doing 5 overhead squats. After that first round, take a rest for about 30 seconds. Then we're doing 100 double unders, 10 overhead squats, rest for a minute, 150 double unders, 15 overhead squats, rest for 90 seconds, and then you're finishing with 200 double unders and 20 overhead squats. And 2 difficult movements. Your double unders, if we need to scale them to single unders, that's fine, you can just keep the same rep scheme here. Your overhead squats, I want you really focusing on your depth and your technique. So keeping an upright torso, keeping strong at the bottom, and getting below 90 degrees with your hips on this one. So if we need to, here, just use a broomstick, brush handle, whatever it is there really. That will be challenging enough if overhead squats are an exercise that you're not used to doing. And really demanding on your core, your shoulders. Shoulders are going to be tired from doing your double unders as well, or your skips. So just really focus on those 2 exercises. Take your time with it, as such, to make sure that we're doing them as best as possible. We just don't want to bang these out, especially your overhead squats with a bad position. Your double unders and the bigger rounds, break them up a little bit if you need to before you move on. You'll know how you're feeling at that stage. If overhead squats are something that we aren't quite competent with, just choose a weight for yourself. There's no set weight on this one as such. Just choose a weight for yourself that you know you're able to achieve good depth, you're able to achieve good reps, and still maintain your technique under fatigue from your double unders. From there, you just rest as needed, and we're moving on then. There's nice upper body superset here. Again, 2 to 4 rounds. We have 8 to 12 strict seated shoulder press, straight into max reps of tricep dips. So if we're doing, we just say your shoulder press sitting on a chair, just sitting on the edge of it so that your back is free. Keep it upright, whether it's dumbbells, whether it's water bottles, whether it's, you might just have a barbell, that's okay, we can manage it too, kettlebells, any sort of object there that we're going to be able to achieve about 8 to 12 reps. Again, if you've only really light weights and 8 to 12 is easy, just add more weights on that one until you're starting to struggle a little bit. But don't go to complete failure. Once you're finished, you're straight away, leave down the weights, and we're into our tricep dips on the chair, on the bench, or whatever it is that you have there. Take a rest for 60 seconds, and then you're into 8 to 12 chin-ups. So on your pull-up bar, and a reverse grip on it, make sure that we're fully extended on the top and pulling your chin right up and over the bar. It's going to hit your biceps a little bit more. If you need to use a band to achieve that amount of reps, that's fine. Then you're straight into max reps of dumbbell bicep curls or whatever kind of weight you use for your seated shoulder press. You can use that same weight for your dumbbell bicep curls. You'll rest for 1 minute, that's 1 round, then you're back to the start. You do the same again for rounds 3, 2, 3, and 4. If we don't have access to a pull-up bar, that's fine. You can just leave the chin-up part out of it, and we're doing max bicep curls. So with whatever weight you have, you just get more reps than the people who are doing chin-ups would. But we're still targeting much the same muscle groups. Part C then, just our core finisher here. Every minute on the minute, we're doing 10 hollow rocks, and you're doing 10 rounds of it. So that's going to take 10 minutes. This one is going to get quite sore. The first maybe round or 2, you might feel like you've loads of rest, but more than likely we will need that rest period to keep your reps good. Again, your hollow rocks, they're a very advanced exercise. If you feel like the connection is broke between your core, your hips and your legs, that you're just maybe swinging with the legs or using too much momentum other than core control, revert back to hollow crunches. Again, if they're too hard, just revert to crunches, 90-degree crunches with the legs at 90 degrees and